PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the ABC 3340 Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday morning, the 22nd of August. How much rain will we see from Tropical Storm Faye? That's the question everybody is asking, and the answer to that is harder than you might expect, but we'll try and sort things out this morning. Let's go right to some Skycam shots around the network. At the insane hour of 5 o'clock, there's a look at our Gulf Shore Skycam. We're looking west from the top of the Phoenix All Suites, and that's going to be fun to watch in coming days. Will the heaviest rain be there, or will the heaviest rain be up here? Well, I think both parts of the state have a decent chance at getting some really good rain before this whole thing is over, but it's going to take a while here. This is a slow-moving, meandering system, as we all know. Up in northeast Alabama, there's a look at the lights of the city of Gadsden coming from the Skycam on top of Lookout Mountain. And up in the Great Tennessee Valley, a look at traffic along Memorial Parkway from the Huntsville Skycam up in Madison County. Well, there we go this morning. There's the water vapor satellite imagery across the southeast United States, and at least Faye's beginning to move a little bit. You know, this thing sat over the east coast of Florida for 24 hours. Remarkable. Here's the latest QPF guidance. How about 21 inches of rain around Panama City? Yikes. That kind of rain is showing up there all the way from Tallahassee to Mobile. And you can see the guys at HPC have that amazing gradient there. Once you get to Birmingham, that's suggesting rains of about 2.5 inches. And then you get down to Montgomery, and it's suggesting rains of 9 inches. And then you get over to, 10 to 20 inches down there in the Florida line. And again, I think we'll see this kind of in phases. No doubt that big rain will be on the Gulf Coast. But in time, Faye's going to stall again probably, and then ultimately be kicked out to the northeast. And where does it stall? How fast does it move when it gets kicked out? Questions again where the answers are not exactly known at this point. There's a satellite imagery this morning, and the heaviest rain is ramping still up into Jacksonville and Brunswick, Georgia, where they have been pounded by heavy rain for the past 24 hours. There's the radar presentation. And finally, that circulation center is indeed moving. If anything, it's been moving a little south of due west, which means this thing will be getting into Appalachia Bay, which means more than likely there will be a fourth landfall down there around Apalachicola. There's the rain totals. And again, I think the radar's having a hard time with the tropical rains. We all know that Melbourne had over 2 feet. This is suggesting Jacksonville has had about 10 inches. They probably had more than that. They probably had a foot of rain there in spots. Here's a look at the modeling on Faye, and the modeling is in pretty good agreement this morning. It's got it kind of moving right across Appalachia Bay, then up to about Panama City and Destin, and then up into southwest Alabama, near Mobile, and then stalling out over South Mississippi as the steering currents collapse again. Will it ever get out of here or move? In time, it should be forced northeast toward the middle of next week. And we'll look at the official Hurricane Center track. And again, let me just remind everybody here, this is a tropical storm where the rain is pretty spread out. Now, traditionally with these things at night, nocturnally, the rain does gather near the center, but during the day it tends to spread out. So sometimes when you see a track like that, the heaviest rain could be in Montgomery or Birmingham, up on the north side of that thing. So don't focus on the center, where the heaviest rain is going to be necessarily. Sure, they'll have heavy rain down there, but the official track has it moving up to near Gulf Shores by Saturday night, and then just creeping across Mobile into South Mississippi, and then you can see the hook northeast by Tuesday night of next week. So we'll look at the GFS and the European here in just a moment. There's a look at our friend 94L, the second one coming up. And understand, there's definitely a pulse up out there in the tropics. The modeling on that system has it moving to near the northern coast of Hispaniola toward the middle of next week. Sound familiar? That's where Faye was, remember? And from there, anything goes. Here's a look at the GFS today at 1 o'clock. This is at 500 millibars, 18,000 feet off the ground. Nice shortwave up on the Canadian border, but that's just too far north to have much impact on Faye. Down below at 1 o'clock, Faye is approaching the Gulf Coast of Florida. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, it's near Pensacola, kind of hugging the coast. Sunday, the GFS wants to bring it up into around Washington County, northwest of Mobile. And look what's happening here. Where's the GFS got the heaviest rain? Over North Alabama. And by golly, that might be the case. You see how Georgia and North Alabama gets the heaviest rain. And during the day, that could happen. And Sunday night, it could kind of retract in toward the center. Monday, the thing just stops. It's stalled over southwest Alabama. And again, that would put us in a very heavy rain setup. And then Tuesday of next week, the thing finally begins to weaken and lift on out. And then Wednesday, it's out of here and we dry out. Now, that's one idea. Let's look at the European that's been pretty good on this thing. This is Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. Pretty good-looking tropical system there, just right around Gulf Shores. Monday morning at 7, it moves it over to New Orleans. Tuesday morning at 7, it moves it north up to Jackson along Interstate 55. Remember, that's going to keep us on that wet side. Tuesday, if this is right, would be a very wet day. Wednesday, it's near Muscle Shoals. So we'd still be pretty wet on Wednesday, although it should begin to taper off. And then Thursday of next week, it kicks it out to Kentucky. Oh, yeah, and we can't help but notice, look down there in the lower right, here comes Gustav. And the Europeans got this one in a position to where it might be forced into Florida again because of a blocking high north of the system. Wow. All right, quickly at the end of the cycle on the 5th of September, ridging here, westerlies way up north. And some kind of tropical system shows up coming into Louisiana. Hey, but we all know what that is. Let's say it together. That is voodoo at this point, just too far out there. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. That's alabamawx.com if you're watching this on iTunes or YouTube. And we'll have the next video here by 3 o'clock today. And for those of you in our market, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.